Tyrone Bowman live. Democrats, get your act together and get your house in order. Put your gloves on and come out fighting. It's time for you to start positioning yourself and your mindset toward the midterm elections. Do not pick fights that you cannot win. Don't waste your time arguing over petty things. Concentrate on the looming battle that is coming ahead. Midterm elections are coming up. You have a chance to change the trajectory of Congress and maybe even the Senate. Get your cash together, get your troops lined up, get your people out front fighting, reorganize, stop brooding, stop talking about this past election. It's finished, it's done, it's over with. Concentrate on winning the midterm elections and put people in that you know that care about middle class, everyday working people. Put people in and recommend people who you know that are bridge builders. Stop trying to get along with the current administration. They're not your friends, they're your enemies. They don't give a damn about you trying to work amicably with them. I've been warning you all, and I told you what was coming, but you did not believe me. I've been telling you all in video after video that Eric Adams, who is now an ally of current President Donald Trump, you all didn't pay attention to the presidential election. You missed it when Eric Adams was at the convention at Madison Square Garden. I told you the deal was made. You all haven't seen anything yet. Wait until he betrays the Democratic Party, if he gets reelected, and defects over to the Republican side. It becomes a true MAGAite. According to the Associated Press, the DOJ has ordered and demanded that prosecutors drop charges against New York Mayor Eric Adams. So the headline reads, Top Justice Department official orders prosecutors to drop charges against New York Mayor Eric Adams. It's coming out of New York City. The Trump administration on Monday ordered federal prosecutors to drop corruption charges against New York Mayor Eric Adams, arguing in a remarkable departure from long-standing norms that the case was interfering with the mayor's ability to aid the president's crackdown on illegal immigration. In a two-page memo obtained by the Associated Press, Acting Deputy Attorney General Emily Bove, the second in command at the Justice Department, told prosecutors in New York that they were directed to dismiss the bribery charges against Adams immediately. He said the order was not based on any assessment of the strength of the case, but rather because it had come too close to Adams' re-election campaign and distracted from his efforts to assist in the administration's priorities. Adams is going to betray the Democrats. I'm telling you. You all keep forgetting that he was a cop for 30 years. He still thinks like a cop, talks like a cop, and acts like a cop. And now he's even talking more and acting like a MAGAite. If you are foolish enough to reelect this man into office, I'm telling you what's going to happen. Don't say you weren't warned. He's going to defect from the Democratic Party, and he's going to become a Republican. And he's going to do everything that he can to make life more miserable for New Yorkers. Do not play for the psychological mind Ponzi scheme. It's all going down. He said that the order was not based on any assessment of the strength of the case, but rather because it had come too close to Adams' re-election campaign and distracted from his efforts to assist in the administration's priorities. The pending prosecution has unduly restricted Mayor Adams' ability to devote full attention and resources to the illegal immigration and violent crime, Bove wrote. Adams welcomed the migrants into New York City when the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, sent them there. He gave them free housing. He gave them credit cards. He put them up in hotels. He gave them food stamps. He let them run wild in the streets. He did things for them that he didn't even do for the people who voted for him and put him into power. And now you complain about the wave of crime. Who caused it? His administration caused it. All right, let me get back to this article. The intervention of reasoning that a powerful defendant could be too occupied with official duties to face accountability for alleged crimes marked an extraordinary deviation from the long-standing Justice Department norms, which typically afford independence to federal prosecutors. Public officials at the highest level of government are routinely investigated by the Justice Department, including Trump, while he was president, without prosecutors advancing a claim that they should be left off the hook to attend to, listen, government service. The move followed months of speculation that Trump's Justice Department would take steps to end the criminal case against Adams, a Democrat. He's not a Democrat. He is not a Democrat. Who was accused of accepting bribes of free or discounted travel and illegal campaign contributions from foreign nationals seeking to buy his influence. After Adams was indicted in September, he shifted his tone on Trump, ranking some in his own party for his public praise of the Republican and his hardline immigration agenda. The memo came hours after Adams directed his top officials not to publicly criticize Trump, including the president's hardline immigration policies. An attorney for Adams, Alex Spiro, said the Justice Department's order had vindicated the mayor's claim of innocence. Now, thankfully, the mayor in New York can put this unfortunate and misguided prosecution behind him. A spokesperson for the Southern District of New York prosecutors, who had been ordered to drop the charges, Nikolai Bias, declined to comment. Trump had hinted at the possibility of a pardon in December, telling reporters that the mayor had been treated pretty unfairly. He had also claimed, without offering evidence, that Adams was being prosecuted for criticizing former President Joe Biden's policies on immigration, and that's a lie. Joe Biden never interfered in what Adams was doing in New York City. After Trump's inauguration, Adams' lawyers had approached senior justice officials asking them to intervene and drop the case. Adams then flew to Florida to meet with Trump on January 17. Afterward, he said the two men hadn't discussed his criminal case. He's a liar. Or the possibility of a pardon, but implied that Trump's agenda would be better for New York than former President Joe Biden. Trump, who was convicted last year, blah, blah, blah. I don't even want to talk about that. I'm going straight to Adam. Now, well, you know what? This has some bearing. Trump was convicted last year of falsifying business records to cover up a hush money payment, has previously expressed solidarity with Adams. I know what it's like to be prosecuted by the DOJ for speaking out against open borders, Trump said in October at a Manhattan event attended by Adams. We were prosecuted. We were persecuted, Eric. I was persecuted, and so are you, Eric. The criminal case against Adams involves allegations that he accepted illegal campaign contributions and lavish travel perks worth more than $100,000, including expensive flight upgrades, luxury hotel stays, and even a trip to a bathhouse while serving in his previous job as Brooklyn Borough president. Y'all keep believing these politicians. Keep believing these politicians. Keep putting your faith in them here. The indictment said a Turkish official who helped facilitate the trips leaned on Adams for favors, and at one point asking him to lobby the fire department into allowing a newly constructed 36-story diplomatic building to open in a time for a planned visit by Turkey's president. Prosecutors also said they had evidence of Adams personally directing campaign staffers to solicit foreign donations, then disguising those contributions in order to qualify for a city program that provides a generous publicly funded match for small donor donations. Foreign nationals are banned from contributing to a U.S. election campaign under federal law. Damian Williams, the former U.S. attorney in Manhattan, stepped down after Trump's election victory, but as recently as January 6, prosecutors had indicated their investigation remained active. Writing in court papers, they continue to uncover additional criminal conduct by Adams. You people just don't learn. Y'all don't pick your fights wisely. The task of carrying out the orders to dismiss the case will fall to the acting U.S. attorney for Manhattan, Danielle Sassoon, who assumed their job after Trump took office. Her role was intended to be temporary. Trump in November nominated Jay Clayton, the former chairman of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, to the post, an appointment that must be confirmed by the Senate. Federal agents had also been investigating other senior Adams aides. Prior to the mayor's indictment, federal authorities seized phones from a police commissioner, school's chancellor, multiple deputy mayors, and the mayor's director of Asian affairs. Each of those officials denied wrongdoing, but have since resigned. In December, Adams' chief advisor and closest confidant, Ingrid Lewis Martin, was indicted by a state prosecutor, the Manhattan District Attorney, on charges that she and her son accepted $100,000 in bribes related to real estate construction projects. This case is over, y'all. Nothing to see here, people. It's done. Charges will be dropped. Adams will go on to do what he's told to do, and the big betrayal will follow. Subscribe to the channel. Tyrone Bowman Live. Appreciate it. Never surrender.